Hey everyone, we are going to start Foundation Fridays. So today we're going to do the Beautyblender Bounce. I picked it up in two shades. I picked it up in 4 Light or Light 4, and I picked it up in Light 5. There are 20 shades, and let's see what Sephora has to say about it. It sounds like a foundation that is right up my alley. Basically, it is a skin tint that hydrates with light, medium, buildable coverage and a natural, radiant finish, which sounds perfect for my 48-year-old dehydrated, dry skin. It has some skincare ingredients in here that are interesting. So it has niacinamide in there. It also has beta-glucan, which beta-glucan is a humectant, and it's also very soothing. It's just a really great ingredient. It's one of my all-time favorite ingredients. This also has hyaluronic acid, so that's another humectant. So this should be semi-hydrating, and it might actually help a little bit with hyperpigmentation with that niacinamide. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk sponge. I actually really love this, you guys, because it's bigger. Like, compare it to the Beautyblender. I just feel like you can get a lot more done faster. I prepped my skin. First thing that I did, and this is a new kind of obsession, is I used the natural Aqua Gel Cure gentle exfoliator. This is a lot like my Theradome. You put a couple pumps on, you work it in, and it starts to ball up. It's amazing. It is so great for getting rid of flakes and kind of just prepping your skin. I find that it just kind of like a gommage just takes those off without further bothering my barrier. So this has been really, really fun. It's a Japanese product that I'm enjoying a ton. Then I'm using my Timeless Vitamin C. After that, I'm still using my Revive Ultimate Serum. This is a growth factor serum. Then I'm using a moisturizer and a sunscreen. And today I am using a goodie, an oldie but a goodie. This is my Drmtlgy Universal Tinted Moisturizer, SPF 46. So that's what I have on my skin today. So you can see this is just my bare skin. I definitely have, like I said, redness. I have hyperpigmentation that I am constantly working on. It is always going to be a work in progress. I'm going to use Light 5. So let's get this on. My hair back. I'm just going to dot it around. And on my eyes, I actually have a MAC paint pot in Bougie. And then I took a brown, kind of a matte brown eyeshadow and worked that over that paint pot. And then I just have on my Thrive Crystal Tubing Mascara. I love this sponge too, you guys, because it's big enough that this color is a touch dark for me, but I can pull it down my neck really easily because it's so big that it just makes that fast, and it helps to, kind of not have any kind of lines of demarcation or anything. All right. First impression is it's gorgeous. It is definitely radiant, but it really smooths the skin. I would definitely call it light medium coverage. I mean, I can still see some of my erythema here, my redness, but it's made it look better. Like, it's not fully covered, but it's kind of blurred out. It applied really, really easily. Like, a lot of times I'll put on and kind of rub it around before I do what I just did. This time I just put it on the sponge and put it on, and it spread out like a dream. It definitely feels like it's kind of blurred pores. I'm gonna get close. But see, like, you can still see a little bit of stuff shining through, but I'm kind of okay with some of my skin shining through, even, imperfections or whatever. That doesn't bother me. I would rather have a little bit of my hyperpigmentation or my erythema shining through than having it look like a mask or look full coverage. I'm not a big fan of full coverage. So I will try it a little bit more just to see about the whole buildability. And because this is a test, we'll just test that out, even though probably this would be where I would stop normally. So I'm just gonna go back to areas where I feel like I could use just a little bit more. Okay, so it is buildable. This is now medium, I would say, because it's covered, you know, a lot better. Like it's covered up erythema, but it also looks more like makeup. It does definitely kind of refine the texture of your skin. Like my skin looks a lot more poreless than it really is. Okay, I'm gonna do a tiny bit of powder just to set it. Be good. I am using the Rare Beauty light medium powder. It looks like that. I'm not going to powder out here because I really like to leave that a little bit more radiant. I'm going to do my Rare Beauty pink, Peony pink, I think it is, and I finally got a new one. I've been using the same old one for a long time. This is just a cream blush. Dang it if it's not gorgeous. And I am going to do one of my spring lip combos. This is the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in 3C. This has been around forever. And this is Dior 220. This is one of their mattes. So you can see, I just think this is such a pretty, like nude, springy combo. So we're gonna put that on and we're almost done. So I actually don't line my whole lip. I line the corner out here because it's crooked and the corner over here, and I line the lower lip, and I usually leave, well not always, but I leave the upper lip like alone because I definitely don't want more lip. I don't need to overline or anything. Okay, get that out. I'm going to take my arches and halos, which I've been loving. Just going to add a little bit of hair strokes to my brows. Okay, so we're gonna get one last look before I head out, and then I'll check in. I'll check in with my iPhone. I will check in you know, like natural lighting outside. I'm trying to keep the lighting in here as natural as possible. I have windows right here to my right, obviously windows back there, and I have a light up here that you guys can probably see just a little bit, just to try, because my room otherwise would be imbalanced and you would probably see a lot of shadows. So that's what we got going on. I gotta tell you, this is a gorgeous foundation. 1 ounce, $29. So as far as like high-end foundation goes, that's super duper reasonable. If this wears well, then it might be a normal to dry skin person's dream, because long wearing Radiant foundation is super duper hard to come by, because usually Radiant just sort of starts to go away after, you know, a very short amount of time, at least on me. So I will check in. Guys, we are going outside in obviously natural light outside. Anyway, I wanted to take you out into sunshine. Get a look at it. It's been a few hours, so hopefully you can see. I'm sure my neighbors think I'm a friggin' weirdo. I wanted you to see in full sunlight. It's been about 3.5 hours. Then we'll go into the shade. It's wearing really well. It feels really good on my skin. So let's go inside. We were just outside with just an iPhone, so I thought I would do it with the same camera that we originally filmed with. So I am a little tiny bit more radiant, but nothing terribly like greasy or anything like that. My lipstick is almost gone basically. Let's get real close, you guys. I do feel like it's wearing really well. So far, so good. But Definitely, it is a touch more radiant. Like I'm trying not to touch my face, but it feels like it's a little bit more hydrating as the day has gone on with my natural oils. So I would say if you have, you know, oily skin, this is probably something you'd either want to blot or powder during the day. I have done nothing. I have not blotted. I haven't powdered. I haven't done anything. So yeah, that's where we are. I'm going to check back in at probably about 8 hours, so in about 5 more hours, and let you know, because that's about the length of time that I wear a foundation anyway. So I will see you guys in another 5 hours, and we'll do a final check-in. So far, so good for sure. Okay, guys, it has been about 8 hours since I put this foundation on, and I did go to a park today and do a dog training session, and it was only about 33 degrees with a really crazy wind. So my nose was running. Clearly my lipstick is completely gone, but I wanted to show you. So it's pretty much, the foundation is pretty much gone from here. But otherwise, I really do feel like it's very similar. It stayed very similar to the beginning all day, except for places where if you rubbed or it rubbed off for sure. But I think that that's pretty normal. And honestly, the conditions today were so cold, so windy, so, you know, just that's the way that that was going to go. It doesn't even matter. That was going to come off, but it's definitely worn off all around here. Anyway, so I would give this foundation out of 10. I would give it like an 8. It's a really great foundation for how it makes the skin look. It's absolutely gorgeous. I would say that this would be a really, really great, you know, like daytime, if you're just going to have a normal, you know, crazy day. Or this would be a beautiful go out, you know, if you're going to have 4 to 6 hours, it's impeccable for 4 to 6 hours for sure. And then it slowly just sort of starts to kind of degrade after that a little bit, at least for me. And anyway, so I really, really like this. Definitely stay tuned because we are going to do a lot more of these Foundation Fridays. And what I'm going to try and do is in the next Foundation Friday, I will give you any updates on this one that I'm going to continue to wear, and we'll kind of do that every single time. I'll look back at the last one, give you an update, yada, 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 tell you if I found other ways to wear it or experienced, you know, really, really good things or found some problems, that kind of thing. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. I do hope you will subscribe before you go. I hope you'll follow me over on Instagram and consider joining my private Facebook group. I will talk to you guys in my next skincare video. Take care.